So what's up, guys? Ethan's back. He's
Yeah, with
back.
the webcam this time. Yeah.
Hi. So it's currently we were gonna cold call yesterday and Friday,
Yeah.
but we had conflictions, and so we were gonna cold call it today, but it's 7-Eleven
Yeah, pretty
on
late.
a Sunday evening. So
So that's not gonna work out. But what we can talk about is what's been going on in our real estate lives. Oh yeah.
all right, let's start with you.
So yeah, honestly, I've not been making as many calls as I used to, but yesterday I did go to a sub two meetup, which I thought was pretty interesting, and I'd like to talk about it. Basically, what we did there was door knocking, talking about pre-foreclosures, which is kind of what we're going to work on now, right? Yeah.
And like, so what? Who was running that meeting? Who was running that? Like, who was the head?
Oh,
Let's just
I'm
say.
not I'm not sure if you know who this is, but his name is Chris John Baptiste. Have you ever heard of him?
Heard of him? Yep.
Yeah, he's around here. He's kind of local to New York, New Jersey. But yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what was your like? I'm a little curious. Like, what did this whole thing consist of? Because you said it was pre foreclosure and door knocking.
Yeah,
What did he
so
teach you?
they actually brought a real door in, which I thought that was kind of like interesting. So we used that to practice the door knocking part. There was this one guy that gave a speech about all his tips. He gave a free script of what he says when he goes door knocking. And then eventually some people went up and like role played it, I guess. So it was
Right.
pretty cool, yeah.
And what do you think was your biggest takeaway?
You definitely need to help the person more than look at buying the house because you have so much competition. Like the guy was talking about how it was such a niche neighborhood that he was in, but there were still like five or six people that already door knocked before him. So you really just have to stand out from your competition, you know?
Yeah. Establish that connection and think about helping out the person rather than helping yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
It was a really good place to be, and I enjoyed it, you know.
I'm sure. Sounds fun.
So what about you? Anything you've been up to?
So, I've been cold calling, obviously. I've been making cold calls. I've been keeping up with some people. My dad and I have a fix and flip
Um,
scheduled for this summer. So we're gonna do that. Um, and yeah, I've just been cold calling, staying on top of that. Uh, kind of been a struggle, kind of haven't been a struggle, but it's always that grind. You got to
mhm.
keep up with it.
Yeah, of course. Why don't you tell us more about that fix and flip? That seems interesting.
For sure. So my dad and I did some research on some houses undergoing pre-foreclosure, and there's a house literally like a street away from us that's undergoing
Oh,
pre-foreclosure, and we are going to get in that. We're gonna buy it, and we're gonna fix it and flip it.
wow.
Um, and my dad said he's gonna give me, I think, 50 to 65%. I believe
Oh,
that's what we agreed on.
that's pretty
So
good.
yeah, I'm 100% happy with that.
hmm So yeah. So how'd you guys like find the house? Were you just like walking around and noticed?
So yeah, a little backstory here. So my dad has been totally like researching all these lists and all these spots with low income neighborhoods and, like, let's just say broken down houses and houses that are looking a little too shaky. Um, so he looks at that, and one time when we went on a dog walk, we were like looking around for a while. We saw this house and we were like, huh. My dad's like, maybe I'll door knock that. So after he's done with work, he goes ahead and door knocks, which I think is brilliant. He's very hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to learn the door knocking ways just so I could do that with him or do that without him.
hmm
Because, well, we could like divide and conquer.
Yeah,
So
sounds
I
great.
feel like that'd be pretty helpful.
hmm Also, it was pretty spontaneous. Like you just saw it walking around and then door knocked it.
Right, right, right. He was on top of that. I mean, honestly, he's very good with planning, and I feel like planning is a very big thing in the real estate industry.
Mhm,
So, if you have good planning, you have good resources, and you have good timing. Like, I feel like those 3 things could go hand in hand in hand,
mhm.
and absolutely you could destroy the game.
Yeah.
Destroy it.
Yeah, well, it seems like you have quite the dad, anything else?
Um, honestly, that's just it. I mean,
Mhm.
catching up with you obviously and
Yeah.
getting back into recording and posting stuff. I have a few more questions though. Like,
Mhm.
I've seen your mom like posting a lot of stuff on social media on Instagram. And
Oh, yeah.
y'all have been doing a lot of real estate and a lot of vacations for sure. A lot of vacations.
Oh, I'm not sure this is me. This is mostly her, but, like, she's definitely doing, I think mostly PML or money lending right now.
Hmm.
But yeah, she posts on social media quite frequently, so
Nice, nice, nice. All right, give us a breakdown on being a PML.
well, I mean, so I'm not completely involved in her job, but I know it involves a lot of comping, a lot of, like, making sure that who you're dealing to is actually reliable.
Right.
Um, I mean, so a lot of what she does is, like, uses her money that she earned from her W-2 job, and then
Mhm.
uses that money to make more money, basically. She made
Right.
Yeah, so you use it to go into a fix and flip, just any projects that might need funding, and then you get profit out of that in a span of, like, 3 to 6 months. Yeah.
So it's kind of a high risk, high reward process, basically insinuating that the risk is being able to trust the person,
Yeah.
that their deal isn't going to go south or that they're not really like a fake real estate agent and going to rob you.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but uh, and the high reward in a sense is getting interest back plus your money. Um,
Mhm.
and all that stuff. And I feel like that's definitely something I've been wanting to get into, and um, I've been definitely researching on that.
Yeah.
And PML is a very smart way to make money, especially if you
Mhm.
don't really want to be in the actual like real estate industry and like buying houses, selling them, or renting them out. I feel
Mhm.
like PMLing is very good, very
Yeah.
very good.
It's, like, low maintenance, and the risk isn't that high if you do your research and just make sure
Right,
that everything's reliable. But
right.
yeah.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
Well, uh,
Oh, that
uh,
that's pretty much it, actually.
yeah, we don't really have any more questions.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've caught up with each other, and then we're gonna get back into cold calling, right? We're
Back
ready to do
into
that.
that.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely, me and Ethan will try to get some people to interview to call on their real estate experience. We could even interview our parents. I just thought about that.
That's true, we could do that.
That's so insane that there's been a source right in front of us.
Yeah.
That's a good
Mhm.
idea. All right. Well, it
Yeah,
was a
we have stuff in stock, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, pleasure talking to you.
Yeah,
And
you too. Yeah.
we'll be posting this. So
Mhm. Alright, that's it. Uh, yeah.
peace. All right. So